Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Play action. Wells. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now Gordon on first down. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, Wells. And it's complete. Henry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it first and goal at the 7. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra Up to the 27-yard line. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. A shotgun snap for Locke. Dancing to his left. He goes underneath to Drake. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Throwing on 3rd down. Locke steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him. Detroit!
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Off the play fake. Wells rolling to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Dak Prescott leading the charge offensively. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Wells. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get it up the middle. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Being chased out left. Got a man. It's Simi Cobbs complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off of play action. Lock. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff for Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Looking for the end. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. A good pick up there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wells flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Drake, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Block on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try the air now with Locke. Forced out to his left. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throw left side, taken in by Cobbs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gould is able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out come the Chargers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A pitch out to Drake. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things have worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Be right. Four down. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gold with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Henry's got it, out on the left side. Fighting through, and he's got space. 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gone! 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 Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
11Z.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Right back to Drake. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Off play action. Wells. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Wells. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Watch it now, Marty. Marty. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Operating from the gun, Wells. And right side, Henry's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Wells. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. Wells, incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
From the gun, Wells. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, Locke. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Luck on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down. Luck now to throw. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. He may try and run for this. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out, and this is recovered by the Chargers. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll make it 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27th, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
Throwing after the interception. Wells going deep here. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
Gone, 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 gone.
Throwing on 1st down. Wells, he's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He dumps it off to Drain. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long, it's Luck. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
12.
Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
On 1st and 10, Wells going to throw deep, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Rashawn Perriman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.
It makes their job that much easier when they're